Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of The Jersey Boys.
Hey, everybody. This is Ronnie A, and I'm here with my good friend, Joey the Rash Silva. Joey, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Ronnie, how about you?
Joe, I can't complain, Joe. I want to open up tonight once again by reminding our listeners to check us out. Check us out on Facebook, Stitcher, iTunes, Google Play. I guess whatever else you find your podcast on, go ahead and check us out because we're there. And one of the things we're hearing is that a lot of people are having a hard time. You know, maybe it's people who aren't used to listening to podcasts. They don't know how to get to them. You guys could always go to our website as well. So that's through Podbean. So you can go www.thejerseyboys.com. That's DAJerseyboys.com.
Yeah, and then the other thing, too, is just tell your friends about it. You know, at work, at school, at church, I don't care where you're at. Just tell everybody about it, right?
You're at the hotel in the elevator?
Hoteling. That's right. We did that when we were down in Florida. We're telling people about it. By poolside, right? It's still like 90 degrees out, right? People are still swimming.
I was telling people at the Penn State-Michigan football game when we went out there online to use the bathroom. I was talking about it there.
Yeah, everybody should be talking about the Jersey Boys. So you got to share it. You have to tweet it. You have to do all that social media stuff. It really will help us out. And I think people are going to enjoy it. We're getting a lot of people from all over the country, from all over the world. We have people in Australia. Mm-hmm. We have people in the UK. Right? I mean, they're all over the place listening to it. So if you're not listening to it now, then you must be sleeping. You must be sleeping. So you better start telling people about it. Wake up, get some coffee, right? Right, Alex?
That's right.
Ooh, wake up.
Colombian coffee from Alex.
You got to jump into that Spanish style again, right?
Colombia.
Yes, Colombia.
So what are we on, Joe? We're on episode 6. And what's crazy is we still get so much activity from, I think it was episode 3, right? It was episode 3? Yeah.
You mean the gravy and sauce episode?
Sauce versus gravy, bro. It's nonstop.
I think we've gotten more reaction to that than anything.
We have.
Right? I mean, that's been it.
You saw it today on Facebook. People are still bringing up our name because they're doing it. They're cooking
We're
sauce.
causing, I think, some family feuds right now. I mean, people at the dinner table that are going back and forth. No, it's gravy. No, it's sauce. So, which is fun. I mean, it's great because it still continues. It still continues the big debate. So That's we really appreciate that, too, by the way. So much feedback. So many people emailing us, calling in, commenting, on social media. It's just really encouraging. We love it because, each week we're doing this and we just look forward to it every single week. So it's great that everybody's commenting and talking about the Jersey Boys.
So one of the feedbacks came from Florine Villain, goes by the name.
Yeah, Flo. That's my good friend Flo out in California. She's originally from Westchester County, New York. And she had a question about a specific recipe when it comes to the sauce.
Right.
Is there anyone out there that's listening that might have some ideas as far as a sauce that's a little bit less acidic?
Exactly. Everybody makes their sauce differently. Everybody. You could use the same exact ingredients, but like Uncle Manucci always said at Cosmo Bella Pizzeria, it's all in the wrist. It's all in the wrist. A little extra this, a little extra that. So you could use the same thing. But I was taught by my mother, who was taught by her mother, that a little bit of sugar.
Now take it easy with the sugar, though. Not too much. Not too much.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little too much. Now
how would you say that, Alex? Would it be in Spanish? Poquito.
Un poquito.
Un poquito.
Un poquito.
Un poquito de azúcar. I got a little bit of that in me.
There you go. I took like 3 years of it. I don't remember but 3 things. Vamos a la playa.
Nice. Let's go to the beach right now, baby.
There you go. Beautiful.
I'm on it, man. I'm on it.
So, for me, though, I have heartburn. Agita. I get a little agita,
well, you're 50 now.
Well, yeah, I'm 50 years old, right?
Oh.
Come on. 50. Come on. 50 is the new 30. Come on, right?
It is. You look 30, bro.
Thank you very much, brother. And speaking of birthdays, whose birthday?
Coming up.
Well, by the time everybody listens to this, next week, your birthday would have passed.
Bada bing.
Yeah.
11/3. I'll be 43.
43.
And we just celebrated my son's birthday, Ronnie.
Ronnie.
Our P3 just turned 20.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Ron. Love that kid. Can't believe I got a 20-year-old.
I know, right?
It's weird, man.
I got a 21-year-old.
It's sick.
And an
Alex,
18.
Alex, what about you?
22.
And a 15.
22.
22 and 21.
Oh, maron. All right, so 3 old guys talking about things from Jersey. That's what's happening now. We just realized
That's
it.
but going back
Go back to the recipe,
well,
right?
no, we're getting that agita too. So the acidity in the sauce, right? So I don't know. I don't have any ideas. I have no suggestions other than what you're saying about
A little bit of pinch of that. Other people, the vino, they'll put the vino in. Depends on when you put it in, what burns off, what doesn't burn off. But here's the bottom line is, so everybody out there who's listening, we want you to go to our Facebook page at The Jersey Boys, and we want to hear from you. What is your recipe? As a matter of fact, why don't we have some bragging rights? I mean, everybody out there thinks that their recipe's better than the other person. So go ahead. Why don't you tell us what you do for your recipe for sauce if you're willing to share
That's
it?
right.
Right? The
I was
family
just going to
secret.
say that because, sometimes those right off the boat, they will not give up that recipe. Just like sometimes the people right off the boat don't take the plastic off the furniture, right?
On a hot summer's night
Oh,
without
my
the
goodness.
AC running, you're stuck to the couch.
Oh, I had so many friends. We go to the house and they all live down the cellar, not the
the
basement,
cellar.
down the cellar, and the living room, the parlor as they called it.
The parlor.
It was like it was roped off, and it had the plastic. Yeah, you don't go on that. You don't go on that.
I love it, dude. I love it. You walk in that house 50 years later, it's identical.
Exactly.
Nothing changed. And it's perfect, right? It's perfect, man.
Yeah,
I love that.
Just summertime is the worst, though.
We grew up in a house like that, man. My grandfather and grandmother in Lodi.
Yeah.
That's it. The best was the plastic runner in the
Oh
living
yeah,
room.
exactly.
So you didn't even step on the
yeah,
carpet.
but what we used to do sometimes with that?
What?
The practical jokers that we were back
Would
then,
you turn
we'd
it upside
flip
down?
that thing upside down
got the
to the little,
prickly things?
the spikes, and boom, they walk into the house. Ow! Who did that? Walking down the hall.
Oh,
I think that's
Joe.
the way that my parents would get back to us. So we came in late at night, or something. So, but
Turn it upside down.
turn it upside down.
All right, so hey, if you want, go ahead. Be so brave as to put your recipe out there. I mean, look, like I said, Uncle Manooch says it's all in the wrist. So
Yeah.
I could put a recipe out there. It doesn't mean that you're going to do it as good as I do it.
Exactly.
It's going to be a little bit different. Listen, my grandmother taught all her children the same exact way how to make sauce. And I'm telling you right now, my Aunt Lucille lives down in Florida right now, so I don't know what her sauce tastes like, but between Aunt Maria, Aunt Terry, and my mother Debbie, everybody's sauce is different.
Yeah.
You all learn from the same person.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to put it out there. It's not like it's not like it's going on the shelves any day soon.
Hey, but
So
you know
just
what
put it
I
out there.
enjoy doing? You know what the best is? When that sauce is cooking on that oven, on that pot, and you take that nice piece of bread,
Dip it in.
and you just dip that baby in. I mean, I would go through a whole loaf before it was even time to sit down.
you're
right?
killing me, bro.
You're dipping it. Well, how do you say that? There's a word for that, dipping. We gotta look that up. How to say it?
I don't know. Is that a
Yeah.
scoop?
Yeah. No.
No?
It's how you dip it in.
I don't know.
Somebody will probably comment on that.
Well, then
on
there's
how
the
to say it.
middle of the bread, right? So if you cut the bread
Yeah.
and you take it out, you scoop the bread out,
Yeah.
right? What my father says, that's the mudikia. So you take the mudikia out, right? Because I'm gonna watch what I eat. So I'm gonna take all the breading out, and I'm only gonna have the crust on the outside.
Yeah.
My father-in-law always makes fun of one of his friends. These guys are buddies since the 50s. Like they literally grew up on the same street. They still hang out. So there's tons of them. Anthony Fanoke, Johnny DeSimone, Billy Nuno, Pat Natoli, my father Richie Brindisi, and I'm sure I'm leaving some names out. Forgive me, but these guys all still hang out. And one of them, my father-in-law always says, he goes, he scoops the mudikia out, and then he dips his bread, then he eats the mudikia out, as if, what are you doing? I love it.
Oh, that's great.
So, hey,
That's
sauce
Jersey
versus
for
gravy. We're talking about the whole thing. I don't want to forget last week's wow. So last week's wow was Marinara. Joey?
Marinade.
That's it. Now, sometimes I throw the A at the end, which is I would imagine is okay because I'm not using the R. I'm still substituting my R's for my D's. So it's a marinade. It's a marinada. Right? So either way, whatever it's going to be. How does everybody else say it? The Americans, Joe? How do they say it?
Marinara?
Marinara.
Yeah.
Marinara.
So anybody outside the North Jersey, New York metropolitan area, right? probably says it that way. And
probably said
again,
marinara.
it could be anybody. It could be the Irish kid, the Portuguese kid. They say marinade. in
Marinade.
Jersey.
That's it, baby. You from Jersey? That's how you talk.
That's right.
On and on. So, when we
talk.
come back, Joe, we're going to take a quick one here. We're going to come back. We're going to talk about basically everything from our listeners so far.
right.
We want to, at least not all of it, but a little bit about it, right? As many as we can
We'll
get
get to what we can tonight.
Perfect. All right. So, like we said, we want to say thank you to our listeners for all the feedback that they've been giving us. And if you're out there tonight and you want to give us your feedback as well, don't forget you can send us an email to info@thejerseyboys.com, or you can give us a call. Leave a voicemail at 973-513-7165. That's 973-513-7165. So, for the listener
Hold on
feedback.
a second, Ronnie, man. I got to say something.
What's up, bro?
You do that so perfectly.
Yeah? You like that?
do that so perfectly. This guy, how many episodes is this?
It's the sixth.
Yeah,
It's not 60? This guy is like a professional radio guy.
It's-
I'm telling you.
Maybe I should
QVC.
go- do I have a career in this?
Well, listen, it's, it's
Forget
the hol-
about real estate. I'm going on the radio.
Hey,
I'm
well,
out.
Yeah, you'll be on QVC, right?
Hey, Joe, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate
Yeah.
that, bro. My brother.
Well, you're making me feel because I got a headache tonight. I had to take my contacts out. I was blind. I couldn't see across the table. And then I heard you speak. I'm like, oh, Ronnie's over there.
Ronnie's, because you couldn't see me.
No, I couldn't see.
Nice. You peeled those contacts out, bro,
I
like a pro,
took him
too.
out like
Let me
a,
tell you something.
Yeah, like a trooper.
Bada bing.
That's it.
That would take me hours.
You
Like
get used
maybe in
to
the
it.
beginning,
You get
right?
used to it.
Yeah.
When you first get them, it's difficult putting them in.
Yeah.
Oh,
Putting
I can
them
imagine.
in, then taking them out. It's like, how many times I've lost contacts like in the back of my eyeball? They go backwards.
bro? They
Yeah,
go
oh, yeah.
back like that?
Sometimes, yeah.
You have back there.
Yeah, I mean, I probably have like a whole case.
Maybe that's why you got a headache tonight.
I know. It's like I got like 5, 10 contacts, from last week still in the back of my head. Sometimes I forget about them. I fall asleep at night. And I wake up the next morning or in the middle of the night. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I must have didn't take my contacts out, and they're all dried up and everything. So.
Yeah, no joke.
But anyways, sorry.
Hey, nice. I like it. So we digress. It happens.
It's all right.
So the first listener feedback tonight. Well, actually, we talked about the first one from Flo. Thank you, Flo. Joey, I got Chris Toro. It's one of your boys.
Yeah, Chris. He's
So-
originally from Brooklyn.
Right.
Lives down in Central Jersey now. So
You know
he's
what
not-
town he's in or no?
I don't know. Chris, I'm sorry. What do you live down like in somewhere in Monmouth County? I think it's.
Yeah?
That's all I know. Maybe.
Well, Chris, make sure you respond to this post and make sure you tell us where you're living.
But I know we had answered one of his questions was saying certain words like galamad and cannoli with a C, right, is pronounced with a G.
Right. So it's funny. So you say Cannoli, right?
Cannoli, yeah.
So it's funny. I hear a lot of people Cannoli. You pronounce the I. I've heard a lot of people drop the I too, and they order a Cannoli.
Well, technically, you know why? Because it's plural when you have the I. So if you go in and say, give me a cannoli, you're asking for 2. Cannolo is 1.
Really?
Just like zeppolo. Zeppeli is more than 1.
This guy is he's a walking encyclopedia,
That's it.
dictionary, Wikipedia.
Yep.
This guy's everything. You're
Zeppolo.
sick.
Yeah.
You're
Zeppeli.
sick.
Hey, give me some Zeppelis. Zeppeli is,
But yeah,
the bag.
Oh, okay.
It's
but,
the bag.
But we throw the S on it anyway. Give me
Yeah.
Zeppelis.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I want plural, please. I want a whole lot of them. I'm going to stuff my face with that fried dough right now.
Zeppol. Zeppelo.
So, and it's funny too. That word though, the cannoli, I could find myself going with a C and a G on that. I do. I find myself.
Yeah.
I could say cannoli. I could say cannoli. I do. I could say cannoli. I don't know. Maybe I'm messed up like that. I don't really
It's
know.
that North Jersey slang again.
It's like my last name. Joe, what's my last name?
So some people will say Aosa, some will say Iosa.
What do I say?
You say Aosa,
Both.
Iosa.
I say both. And my wife makes fun of me all the time. What's your last name? It's like I look like such a freaking idiot when people are asking me my last name. I'm like, oh, Oh, they're like, this is not a trick question. I'm like, I know, and I'm not even kidding. But in the house, I heard my old father say different. One minute he's Aosa, next minute he's Iosa.
Iosa.
Now
Aosa.
supposedly it's supposed to be Iosa.
Yeah.
Right. You're supposed to drop the A, but so that's why. Hey, look, Aosa, Iosa, Cannoli, Gunnoli. How you doing?
Yeah. Well, listen, I've been called Silver, many times, and when I was.
Hi-ho.
Yeah, hi-ho, silver. Silver bells at Christmas time, No, it's silver. Silver. Silver, not silver. All of a sudden now, maybe I do have some Jewish blood in me. I don't know. I probably do. I got everything else in me.
You do.
Yeah.
You do. We all got a little bit.
Member of the tribe.
So, Chris, Cannoli.
Cannoli.
Yeah. And then, Chris was also talking about, do we do a lot of what we say here? Is it the same across the river, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's funny, though, because Brooklyn, Bronx, they're all going to have a little bit, especially if you get out to the island.
Every borough has a little bit of a different, dialect.
Staten Island,
Staten Island a little bit different than Brooklyn, but a lot of people from Brooklyn move to Staten Island. People from Staten Island move to Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
When you're in Hudson County, New Jersey, it's a little bit different than, say, Passaic County. But you can always tell when you travel people who are from the New York metropolitan area, just the way they carry themselves, and of course, the dialect. I mean, you can be from Brooklyn or Queens or from Jersey, Northeast Jersey, and you can tell that, all right, these guys are from the Northeast quarter of New Jersey, or from New York City, the five boroughs, Long Island, because of how we say certain words, like, dog, coffee. I'm probably giving all our future words out.
Well, okay, so you know what I don't like, though, and I don't understand it, is when we go to these other places and they say, oh, where you from? Oh, I'm from Jersey. And then they respond to you and go, Joyzy.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. I just said I'm from Jersey, not Joyzy. Do you understand that?
Well, no, I understand it because...
Where does that come from?
Well, because you got to remember the old dialect from back in the early 1900s.
Yeah.
Like you're talking people like Jimmy Durante. And then it...
Why, he said Joyzy?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course they did. And they
but when I look at you...
They said 33rd Street. They said
33rd.
That's how they said it.
Yeah.
I mean, and then as time went on, it got less and less.
Right.
And I think nowadays, even with the kids nowadays, how they're being taught in school, with the phonics, and then they have more influences because as a kid, I mean, you had either the radio that was the local radio, and you had like 3 or 4 stations on TV.
Right.
And everything else was, unless you traveled somewhere, you didn't really hear anything other than what you heard in your neighborhood or right in the immediate area. Going into New York, in the Northeast Jersey area.
Right.
But years ago, I mean, they're saying like instead of saying toilet, they say turlet.
Turlet.
Earl instead of oil.
My father still says that.
But that's old. That's old
so
time,
funny.
and it's changing. So in a way, it's okay because. But at the same time, it's not because, you want to have a little bit of a uniqueness to you. So nowadays, these kids, and we've talked about with our kids, they say things a little bit differently because it's the influences of what they see on TV, what they watch on their phones, because now their phone is like, like a computer and they can watch TV, they can, live stream all this stuff. And they're being influenced by, kids from the Midwest or from California saying certain words. Here's an example. The big shopping center where you can go buy a lot of things in bulk.
Right.
Starts with a C.
Okay.
Scott.
Oh, so it's either Costco or Costco.
Right. See,
right?
But because it started out, I think it's in Washington State. That's where their headquarters is. So they came here and said, hey, yeah, we call our company Costco.
Right.
So the people in Jersey and New York are like, it's Costco. But if they saw how it was spelt,
right,
it would be Costco. But it was presented to them for the first time as Costco.
Which I got to tell you, it was presented to me that way as Costco too. So I just thought it was Cosco.
Right.
Right?
Exactly.
And then you get there and you see the T and you're like, wait a minute.
Right. It's Costco.
Right
it's
place?
really Costco. But it was introduced to you that way. So now the kids, the younger kids, they're being taught with these phonics of that's how they teach now. So they're taught certain words.
So
like
instead of
saying
an orange.
Yeah, they're saying orange. Instead of saying coffee, they're saying coffee.
Yeah.
Instead of saying talk, they're saying talk because it's the phonics stuff. So the thing is, the old time, like the Archie Bunkers, the Rodney Dangerfields of the world, that was different because it was a different type of, like 33rd Street. And it was Jersey back then. That's how it was. But it changed. It evolved to what it is now. So the longer it goes on, it becomes more subtle.
So the bottom line is, next time I hear any one of my kids say orange,
smack them.
Florida, yeah, you're getting a beating.
Yeah, because you want to keep it. Come on, we got to keep it.
You like the car you drive? Oh, Daddy's got your keys. No more driving. Sorry. Looks like you got a day off.
Yeah.
Use those legs.
Hey, listen, there's a lot of things that have changed.
Running shoes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, and tennis shoes. It's not tennis shoes.
Yeah,
it's sneakers.
What is that?
Man, it's
Tennis,
sneakers.
tennis
What is that?
shoes.
You're not playing tennis?
Yeah.
Or they call them tenny? What is that? It's unreal. But there's a lot of things that have changed.
That's
and
crazy.
I got to comment on this. I know we're going to go back to, the listeners' emails. But my thing right now is these man buns.
Here he goes. I knew it was
these
coming.
man buns. What's up with the man buns? I can't understand that.
Honestly, I don't get it either. I don't know why. Why would any guy think that that's cool?
I'm telling you, why would you at all want to confuse somebody to maybe think you're a little look like a girl a little bit?
Yeah, it's
why
weird.
would I want to have a bun?
And that's the funny thing. So look, obviously in today's culture, things have changed. There's this acceptance.
Give me a break.
However, it's a manly man who's on the football team walking around with a man bun.
Oh, come on.
Wake up, pal.
What is it?
Not a
the
color.
emasculation of the American male.
Please.
I'm sorry.
I was at the Giants game. Remember I sent you a picture, bro?
Yeah.
Remember? I sent it twice because I forgot I even sent it the first time, or because I just had to get the point across. Dude, it was dyed. So the kid's got like brown hair and he's got like this.
So he's trying to highlight.
Reddish. Yeah, he's
highlighting the bun on his head. I just don't get it. I don't get it. And then, I saw somebody today, someplace, and I don't want to say where it was, but I saw this guy. I'm like, his bun wasn't like an inch bun. His bun was like 5 inches. I'm like, that thing is like, it looks like a beehive on top of his head. I'm like, a beehive on top of his head.
I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like, the tattoo I have of Callie? Is it on this arm? That's Ronnie. This one? Look at the top. Look.
That's exactly right.
That looks like a 1-year-old little girl's little hair with this little.
So what's going to happen next? You're going to have this. You're going to have this 5-inch bun on your head, and then you're going to put a bow in there?
Yeah, let's put a bow in them. Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Why don't we do that?
I don't get it. I just don't get it. I'm sorry.
Joey, listen to me. Unless we can make a business off of man bun bows, then I like them. Then man bun up.
But you're compromising there. Come on, you're compromising for the green.
Welcome to manbunbow.com.
I'm sorry. Maybe some of our listeners that love the Jersey Boys are like, yeah, I love the Jersey Boys, and maybe now they're going to get a little offended. But I'm just being honest with you.
I don't get offended.
I'm sorry.
Just cut your man bun off.
I just
please.
can't. Yeah,
quickly.
Yeah. Now, unless you're growing that man bun and then you're going to cut it off the hair, to give to what do they do for the
locks for love or
something like that. That's a different story. But at the same time, just let hair grow long. Don't put it up in the air. I know maybe a little ponytail. That's even a little questionable. But putting it up in the air like
that's old school. You know what? You would say that because you're a '70s guy.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
That's right.
Right.
That's it.
Did you have
70s,
Did you have business in the front, party in the back?
No, I never did that. No.
What? You didn't have a mullet?
No.
It's funny though, because I thought in one of the pictures I saw when you
it was an extension. It was an extension
for LU for your football scholarship.
No.
There was a little bit of a party going on in the back.
Let me tell you something about my Liberty days.
Little bit.
1985, I was the first guy down in Virginia to be wearing black Reeboks. Nice. Black Reeboks. Down in Virginia, they had never seen nothing like that before. In Jersey, New York, we already had the black Reeboks. And I'm walking around, they thought I had boots on. No, these are sneakers. These are my black Reeboks.
Oh, you mean tennis shoes, Joe?
Yeah, down there. You got black tennis shoes. I said, what? Black tennis shoes? These are sneakers and the Reeboks. It took about a year until the other kids finally got black Reeboks.
Trendsetter.
Yeah.
Trendsetter.
Back
So
in the day.
on to the listener feedback. So, we actually kind of went into this transition was actually perfect where we said, Jersey, Joyzy, and blah, 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 and then you're out and the people know you. So Rob Lee, now let me just stop right there. So this is actually Robert E. Lee.
Robert E. Lee. Okay.
This is. Now, Rob's father is a descendant of the Robert E. Lee.
Wow.
So, yeah, interesting topic. So, I think Rob might be up in maybe New Hampshire now, and I could be wrong. Rob, make sure you hit us up on Facebook. And
Yeah,
let
that's
us
right.
know.
I remember seeing that email.
Right, remember that?
And he's up in New Hampshire, and he's like dying up there because he wants to come back to
he's
Jersey.
dying. So he's
missing
loving
the
Jersey boys.
stuff.
So his mother, I think it's Marinaro is her
Okay.
actual last name.
Yep.
And I think she's a Long Islander. I gotta check.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Lee, if you're listening on this, make sure you too jump on and tell us: are you Long Island or Staten Island? I thought you were Long Island. So Rob makes a great point on his feedback. He sends us messages. So me and you, we meet each other from out wherever we go. You mentioned Washington State. Me and you end up in Washington State together, and me and you start talking. Obviously, we would know, like, bro, you from Jersey? Yeah. Oh, get out of here. We would bro hug. Everything would be awesome, right? Yeah. We'd be fist pumping. We'd be talking the whole time. We probably would thicken our accents a little bit more, right? You want to make sure everybody around. But yet, when you're in Jersey, you look at the person the wrong way.
You don't look in the eye of anybody in Jersey, but when you're out and you see somebody from Jersey, you can actually smell them. You can say, that guy's from Jersey. You can just tell. You can tell.
Not like a BO smell, though, right, Joe?
No.
Garlic.
Yeah, that's right. There you go. But you can just tell. You can always tell, all right, that guy, I guarantee you, that guy over there, he's from Jersey.
Yeah.
You can just tell.
Yep. Little chip.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it's how
Yellow
you
edge.
carry yourself. You know, maybe you see the hand gestures going.
But then the same edge in Jersey, you're like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Look at this. You know what?
I know in Jersey, you're like,
he thinks it don't stink over there, right? It's so funny. How
look at that guy.
Is that
That
Rob,
guy
good
thinks
call.
he's Danny Zuko, T-Bird from Greece over there.
That's it.
Kaniki.
The hickey from Cannoli is like a Hallmark card.
And what's the rest of that?
Is that the gift that keeps on giving?
That's it.
My man.
That's something like that,
Which
right?
is funny because, I'm not the movie guy. You are the movie guy, the music guy.
Come on. Well,
it's sickening.
When Grease came out, I think it was
got a weird
1978. 1978 that came out. And we went and saw that probably about 10 times within 2 weeks. My aunt...
That's because the movie was a quarter.
Oh, no, it didn't cost us anything because my aunt...
What?
My aunt, she had these passes because she was a freeholder, our city council in Clifton.
Yeah.
So she had these special passes. And it got to the point where we would go see the film in... we're actually in Bloomfield.
Okay.
I can't remember the name of the theater in Bloomfield, but on Bloomfield Avenue, we'd go. And the people who worked there, they're like, wait a minute, you're abusing this pass. And eventually we couldn't go anymore because we used it so much. We saw like Grease, we saw Jaws.
Hey. Hey, so remember back then, bro, actually, remember the ticket prices were different? So like today, there's no difference in price. You just go up, you buy tickets, whatever. So I remember we were down the shore and it was raining one day. So my mother was like, go to the movies. So we went to the movies. We met some kids that were down there. This is just how different the world is, though. We were kids.
Yeah.
I don't think I was 12 yet. I think I was like 11 years old. So that's my son. That's Dominic, right?
Yeah.
And my sister would have been like 13, and these kids were probably the same age. So we go up, and I was a child, so my sister went up. She paid for us, like, 2 children, please. Boom, get the ticket. So one of the kids was like, however old he was like maybe 15 years old. Kid looked like he was 6 foot tall, and he kneels down. And he goes, 1 children, please, instead of 1 child. Lady looked through the window. She's like, I don't think so.
No
awesome.
go.
No go for him.
No ticket for you.
So yeah, in state, out of state, Rob Lee, you are 100% correct, man. It's crazy. What else we got? There's a lot of these, Joe. The way we talk, me and you actually. Hey, the T-shirt that you got. There's no escaping, or the way we would say it, there's no escaping.
Yeah. And I'm hoping that many of you saw, we posted that on our Facebook page. Mama Iosa, she got me that shirt. On the back it says The Rash.
Uh-huh.
And on the front,
no escaping. That's it. So it's escaping. It's just because of the way that we talk. So, hey, look, I was thinking about going out. I'm going to go out with you. That's how buddies, what would you say?
Going out with you.
With you.
Yeah, going out with you.
That's it, with you. Not even with you. But if it's a with you, it's not even YOU. It's WICH.
Yeah.
You.
Yep.
I'm going with you.
Yep.
Right? You could actually spell them all out. So you got with you or with you.
Yep.
You got ask or
Axe 'em.
Axe 'em.
Yeah,
Axe 'em.
that's it. That's an old time too, you know.
Axe 'em.
As a-
I love it.
Still say that.
And over there, I'm over here in the studio, and there's a garbage pail over there, or
there.
over
Yeah.
there.
Yep.
Again, so you instead of just going out with it over there, we say over there.
Yeah, and see, growing up in Clifton, you know, we didn't have in my neighborhood. We didn't have any grass, so our playground was in the street in front of the house. We played
Stickball.
We played stickball. We played running bases, and we sat on the stoop.
Oh,
A little stoop in front of the house. I mean, because we had all these old timers, they always called it a stoop. So we knew it as a stoop, you know?
It's funny though, because all the houses were built the same way too. Because you had the road.
Yep.
Then you had like 3 steps up to a landing.
Yep.
And then you made it up to your front porch.
Right.
So did you call the front porch the stoop, or was it that part that was down by the street the stoop, or were they both the stoop?
We called it the steps going up.
So it was the steps
Yeah,
going up,
yeah.
but that was the stoop.
Yeah. But I mean, we said the stairs too, but a lot of times, a lot of the old
Front
timers
stoop.
would say stoop, you know,
Yeah.
go, you know, on the stoop. Go sit
Yeah.
outside on the stoop, you know?
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Today, man, right? If you heard that today, you'd be like, what are you talking about?
Well, the other thing too was we didn't have a basement. We always said go down to the cellar.
Go down to
Go
the
down to the
cellar.
cellar. You know, my grandmother would say go down to the cellar, you know, and bring up whatever.
Did you have was your basement, your cellar, was it finished?
No.
Me
it
neither.
was
Did you guys roller skate down there?
we did everything
Oh,
down there.
dude, rode bikes, roller skated.
But you know what else we
everything.
had down there? Asbestos.
Yeah, we made it out okay.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right?
guess that's why.
This whole
Yeah,
scam.
yeah. The asbestos, you know, around the pipes, we had that
It's
down
a
the
scam.
cellar. You know,
It's a scam.
Yeah.
So Johnny, I don't even know how to pronounce your last name. Forgive me, but I'm going to say it's Roosh or Rooish. Johnny was the one who brought us in on, the with you. You know, he also said, what do you want to do, which would be translated in Jersey as.
what do you want to do?
What do you want to do?
What do you wanna
That's
do?
it. That's almost like one word. Nice.
do you wanna do?
So, which then brings us to the next listener, which is Mari Timpanaro. So, Mari is a sweetheart of a girl, comes from a phenomenal family, very Italian, clearly with the last name, very Jersey.
I thought she was Irish.
And yeah, sounded it a little bit. So Mar says, we talk so fast. And when you're out in other places, like you talk about going to another state or whatever, it's a matter of them not
Yeah.
understanding you possibly or intimidated by you because you talk so fast, right? And then it stinks because then you get people will label you as a fast talker.
Yeah.
Oh, you're just trying to sell them something. No, I'm just trying to get a lot more stuff done in less time than listening to your
That's
stupid
right.
story for freaking 30 seconds.
Right.
I'll tell it in 5
Get to the
seconds and
point.
move on to the
Right.
next thing.
Well, I got a funny story.
What do you got?
All right, down at Liberty,
LU.
right? LU, baby. So I had a professor down there. Her name was Professor Ball.
Ball.
All right. So back then, no emails. This is, mid 80s, 85, 86. So I had to call to the office because I needed to set up an appointment with my professor. So I called to the guidance office to schedule this appointment. So I said, I need to schedule an appointment with Dr. Ball or Professor Ball. Actually, she was a doctor, Dr. Ball. So the lady goes, excuse me? I said, I need to schedule an appointment with Dr. Ball. And she had no idea what I was saying. So I said, okay, let me spell it. B-A-L-L. She goes, oh, Dr. Ball. I said, whatever, just schedule the appointment for me. But you should have saw me down in Virginia. It's unreal. I mean, nobody knew what I was saying down there.
No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
But we do. We talk fast.
Yeah, talk
And I'll
fast
tell you,
and-
we talk fast because we want to get a lot
Don't enunciate
done.
and cut things off.
That's it. Why are you wasting time?
That's right.
Let's go to the next.
Get to
I
the
always said
pernt.
it.
Get to the pernt, as Archie Bunker would say.
I visited friends that went down to Nebo, North Carolina. So that's like Ambro, like by
Yeah.
Kentucky, right? So we were down there, and the Garners, Bob and Angela, I think they have like 27 kids.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy. This kid,
The
I love you
Waltons.
guys. I miss you. So, yeah, they don't stop.
they're great.
But I'm down there. So I go to the store, same thing, and I'm waiting online for something, and I got a Yankee hat on. So the guy's like, you're not from around here, are you? I'm like, dude, I don't know what gave it away. My Yankee hat or the fact that I'm going to wring your neck because you're talking to the lady in front of me about how Aunt Susie is, and I just want to buy a gallon of milk and get out of here. Like, unbelievable. So I came back to the house. I go, I'll tell you what. I said, I'm going to come down down here. I'm going to open up a store. I'm going to open a deli, whatever. We're going to kill it because these people move so slow. Bob's like, Ron, you would probably be out of business immediately because everyone would be so afraid because you go so fast. He's probably right.
Hey,
he's probably
reminds me of what is that? My cousin Vinny.
Oh, yeah, you
classic,
blend.
right?
You blend.
Grits.
Yeah, I got to blend in.
Let me ask you.
Love it. All right, so
The use. What does it say? The use.
These two
The
utes.
These two utes.
What exactly is a ute?
Who
Right?
was the judge?
Well, I know he's from Komskiam, right?
The Monsters.
The Munsters, right? But I don't
Yeah.
know his name. You do.
Was it the Monsters?
Yeah, the Munsters. Eddie Munster, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Who was the father?
He was the dad, and then there was
Yeah.
what was the wife's name?
Elvira or something?
Elvira. No, Elvira was a whole different show, man.
Don't do it exactly. Well, never mind. I'll give you my. I don't know any of these things. I'm afraid to say something with a movie because I know
little
come
Eddie
across and kill
Jr.
me.
and then Grandpa, right?
You know it.
And that's what I was saying. What's his name? The guy who ran for president from Texas, the senator. He looked just like. They say he looked like Grandpa.
Who was it? Who looked like Grandpa?
The guy who ran for president.
A few years ago.
No, just last year. Ted Cruz.
Oh, they say really?
Oh,
They say-
absolutely.
yeah.
You got to look up a picture of
I
Grandpa.
guess now that you say that, I
Looks just
actually
like
do
it.
see it a little bit.
Yeah, I'm telling
That's
you.
valid.
Yeah,
That's valid.
That's a valid point.
How funny is that, dude? How quickly you forget these guys
Oh,
that
yeah.
were running, right?
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yep.
All right, we're going to get ready to wrap up here. So before we do, this week's Wow. We're going to do it like this. RICOTTA. Now, a couple weeks ago, we talked about a pasta. This, you're going to stuff it inside of that pasta,
Yes,
right?
stuff it.
You stuff it in there. It's nice. This is a good one. So this is a cheese. You like to mix this up with your macaroni. You're going to throw a little sauce on there. Sauce, not gravy.
Yeah.
And, mix that up.
But
so,
who'd that come from?
Oh, compliments. Tonight's Wow is brought to us by another listener, Nikki. I love you, Nick. So this one was for you. This Wow, RICOTTA. Thank you, Nick. Nikki. Nicole. I'll leave the last name off. There you go. All right, everybody, thank you again. This was episode 6. Don't forget to share, like, rate, tell the world about it, and we'll keep going. That is the finale. I'm Ronnie A.
I'm Joey the Rash.
We are out.
Ciao.